No one becomes a millionaire fixing gutters. No one goes viral cleaning septic tanks. No one brags at dinner about owning 3 laundromats. And yet, those businesses quietly mint wealth every single year. That's the uncomfortable truth. The path to 7 figures usually doesn't look like a startup pitch deck. It looks like invoices, repetition, and systems that solve unglamorous problems. Right now, this matters more than ever, because the internet has convinced an entire generation that wealth comes from scale, software, and disruption. But most millionaires didn't disrupt anything. They bought something boring and operated it better than the last owner. So let's slow this down. Not hype, not fantasy, just math. 6 businesses. All boring, all proven, and far more predictable than people think. And no, there's no real 90% success rate. But compared to venture-backed moonshots, these are about as close as it gets. First, laundromats. No app, no algorithm, just washers, dryers, quarters. Here's how it works. People will always need clean clothes, and not everyone owns a machine. Revenue is simple. Machines generate cash per cycle. Costs are predictable. Rent, utilities, maintenance. Margins can sit between 20 and 35% when managed tightly. The hidden mechanism? Mostly fixed costs. Once rent and utilities are covered, each additional customer is high-margin revenue. It's not explosive growth. The steady, mechanical cash flow. The irony is beautiful. The more boring it looks, the less competition it attracts. Second, self-storage. Metal boxes, roll-up doors, monthly payments. That's it. Self-storage exploded not because it's exciting, but because modern life creates clutter. People move, they divorce, they downsize, they inherit things they don't want, and storage units quietly collect monthly rent. Low staffing, automated billing, predictable churn. The uncomfortable math? Customers often keep units longer than planned. A temporary solution becomes a 3-year subscription. That's recurring revenue disguised as convenience. Third, waste management and trash hauling. This one sounds unpleasant. It's also extremely profitable. Trash isn't optional. Cities require it. Businesses require it. Homes require it. Contracts are often long-term. Routes are optimized for efficiency. Fuel and labor are the biggest variables. But once routes are built, switching providers is a hassle. That friction creates loyalty, and loyalty creates stable cash flow. You won't trend on social media hauling dumpsters, but you might quietly compound into 8 figures. Fourth, plumbing and HVAC services. When pipes burst or air conditioners fail in July, price sensitivity disappears. Urgency destroys negotiation. This industry works because problems are unavoidable. Homes age, systems break, repairs can't wait. Margins often sit between 10 and 25%, higher for emergency calls. The hidden incentive? Recurring service agreements. Maintenance plans convert one-time customers into predictable revenue. The public chases tech startups. Meanwhile, skilled trades businesses get acquired every year at healthy multiples. Not because they're sexy, because they're necessary. Fifth, car washes. Another unglamorous machine business. Modern car washes operate like subscription software. Unlimited monthly plans. Predictable recurring revenue. High upfront equipment costs. But once installed, each additional wash costs very little. Volume turns into margin. And people don't stop washing cars in recessions. They might downgrade restaurants. They won't stop caring about their vehicle. It's mundane. It's scalable. It's dependable. Sixth, boring B2B services. Commercial cleaning. Security services. Pest control. These businesses sell reliability, not innovation. Offices need to be cleaned. Warehouses need security. Restaurants need pest control. Contracts. Retainers. Predictable invoices. Margins aren't wild, but churn is manageable. And when you stack dozens of small contracts together, you get something powerful. Diversified income. One client leaves, revenue barely moves. That stability most startups would kill for. Now let's address the 90% success rate idea. It's not literal. Nothing in business guarantees success. But here's what's different. These industries are demand-proven. You're not betting on behavior changing. You're serving behavior that already exists. That reduces uncertainty. And wealth is often about reducing uncertainty, not chasing upside. The public narrative celebrates explosive growth. 10 million users overnight. Unicorn valuations. But the underlying reality? Most venture-backed companies fail. Meanwhile, thousands of boring operators quietly build equity year after year. No headlines, no documentaries, just consistent profit reinvested over time. Here's the wider implication. Boring businesses are often purchased, not started. That means you can buy cash flow on day one. Instead of spending years hoping for product market fit, you inherit proven demand. But that also means responsibility. Employees, customers, real operations. This isn't passive. It's operational wealth. And that's the trade-off. You exchange glamour for predictability, excitement for control. Zoom out. What do all 6 businesses have in common? They solve recurring, unavoidable problems. Clean clothes, extra space, trash removal, broken systems, dirty cars, maintenance. None of these depend on trends. They depend on human habits. And habits are durable. The uncomfortable truth is that wealth often comes from embracing monotony. From doing something slightly better, slightly cheaper, or slightly more reliably than the last owner. For years, while everyone else searches for the next big thing. So here's the final question. If boring businesses quietly create millionaires, why does almost no one talk about them? Is it because they don't work? Or because they're too ordinary to sell as a dream? And if wealth is usually built in silence, are you chasing excitement or building something that still works when no one is watching?